In materials, you can create a material calculation. The material calculation is closely related to the material type setup. For the material calculation to work, it is assumed that the material type setup grid is up to date. This is important as this is where the data gets pulled from and you cannot add a new line from the grid. Materials in this case are consumables related to the job. Think promotional items or printed material. Don't forget to itemize these in the material type setup. The first half of the toolbar relates to the material list as a whole. You can create a new material calculation. When you click on this icon, you'll be prompted to select a material list from the dialog. This material list is a material calculation you have previously saved. For example, if you have one material list that does not have A3 color prints, for example, you can save this as a new material list instead of deleting this row in each subsequent material calculation. Then choose the currency. The currency is seen in the toolbar. The next icon in the toolbar will copy the material list. So once you press this icon, feel free to make changes to the list without worrying about losing your master version. This is the equivalent of saving the materials list. If you're not happy with the material calculation, go ahead and delete it and start afresh. The change name icon relates to what the material list is called. If you have an existing job which had the same materials you need to expense, you can find the job using the Copy Material Calculation icon. When clicked, you'll be presented with a dialog that prompts you to select the client. Then you can find the material list for that client. Some clients may have more material lists than others. If you're working from a trimmed down material list, you can reinstate template materials using the Insert Materials from Default Material List icon. These materials are what has been saved in the Material Type Setup setting. The delete lines with zero amounts is just a housekeeping tool so that your material list is kept tidy. You can remove a row at a time or delete the entire list by clicking on the respective icons. Have you updated any prices in the material type setup? If so, make sure to press the Update Cost and Sales Price according to Price List icon. Lastly, the Transfer Total Amount to price lines will ensure you do not need to duplicate any basic work. If you see lock icons, it means your material list cannot be edited. If this is the case, you need to go to the client card and ensure the box Allow Editing of Material Calculation Sales and Hours Unit is ticked. You can then proceed to fill out the quantity, which can be inputted whether or not the grid is locked. Don't forget to select the activity reference so that the expense can be billed.